Hello and welcome back. I'm Sandy with Sandy's Organized Chaos, and it is vlog day. So happy to see every single one of you. Okay, so last week we got started. Jeff and I and the kids are going on a family trip, a long-awaited family trip. So I got started on some tumblers for us for when we go on our trip, and we're going to be finishing those up today together. But I also have some tumblers here that I want to show you guys. Of course, I have my one from my tutorial on Friday. That got a lot of, people watched this and liked it. So I'm so happy that you guys enjoyed watching that. I enjoyed making it as well. Now, I've been wanting to do this for a while because somebody used these little beads a while back for like the duck tumblers and stuff like that. And I've been wanting to do this technique for a while. So I'm so happy that I did it. It is so cool looking. I really love how they really look like little bubbles in there. It's just funny because we're always trying to get the bubbles out of our epoxy, and I'm like, here, add some bubbles to your epoxy. I just thought that was pretty funny. But if you guys remember, I did the bubbly witch's brew. I was so proud of that when I came up with that. That was just a fluke that happened, and now I kind of see it everywhere. It inspired so many people to make so many different types of bubbly witch's brew tumblers, and I was really proud of that. So this is just another way to kind of get that look, and I actually really like that. I wonder if you combine this with the pearls as well, like how that would look as well. So we'll have to definitely play around with that some more and maybe make up like another Halloween type tumbler once that season rolls back around. So, but that was my tutorial on Friday. Now the next tumbler that I want to show you, I went to my post office. I don't check it that often. I know I've said this to you guys before, but I just happened to go to my post office just the other day, and somebody had sent me some Happy Mail, and I wanted to show it to you guys because it is gorgeous, and I don't expect things from people. And so when I do get something, it's very special to me, and it means a lot to me that somebody takes the time to do this. I can't stress enough how thankful I am for that. So this is actually from, let me get her little stuff here. Glitzy Tees Designs. Okay, of course, I'll make sure to put all the links down in the description. You guys make sure to check out the description and check out everything I'm going to be showing you guys. So it's from that. But got my little care card and all that. She sent me a beautiful, beautiful letter. I'm always on the fence, like, do I read it? Do I don't read it? Maybe I will read it. Okay. It says, Sandy, I wanted to send some happy mail and appreciation for all the happiness and knowledge you share with so many, including myself. I always enjoy your tutorials and vlogs and using SOC glitters. Crafting is how I cope with the stress from my full-time job. My hopes are to one day expand my business and do something I really enjoy doing. I appreciate you always encouraging us crafters to believe in ourselves and try new things. I hope that you enjoy some goodies made with love by me. Thank you again for all that you do, Therese. Hold on. Thank you. Put that up there with the rest of my cards. This is so sweet. Okay. Anyways, she sent me this beautiful, look at that. Look how cute that is. It has an S on it. Look at that. Wear that with my keys so I can be all matchy-matchy. She sent me this beautiful pen that she made. Look at that. So smooth. So I've already been using it. And then she sent me a tumbler as well. I'm not lucky, just blessed. Look at that. Look how gorgeous that is. So beautiful. I love how she did that. Jeff asked me, he's like, is that sublimation? I'm like, no, it looks like she did a peekaboo and then some foils on the outside. But I mean, it's just such a flawless application. And then you put all of it together. Look how cute that is. Look at that. So you guys, please make sure you go check out her shop, show her some love, buy something, you know what I mean? So thank you so much for that. I deeply appreciate it. Now I do have another There we go. Another tumbler that I purchased for myself a while back, but I think I'm gonna save that for you guys for next weekend or next Sunday. So I'll have to remember to show that to you guys, but I'm pretty excited for it as well. But I just wanted to show off these two this morning. All right, we got a lot of work to do this morning. I have a lot of things I want to get done, so we better start moving here. All right, I got my tumblers. Look at that, so pretty. All right, and I'm ready to wake up, prep these tumblers, and slay all day. Let's do this. All right, so we're starting off with that base that I showed you guys last week. And like I said last week, I want to do pretty much the same thing that I kind of did on Jeff's tumbler, on our tumbler. So I'm actually going to take these Mickey head shapes and I'm going to place them randomly all over each one of our tumblers. Now, after I get each one of these with all their own little Mickey heads, I'm going to take it outside and I'm going to start doing the spray paint. But these were just completely random. It didn't matter how many I put on. I think I put about 5 or 6 on each one of them. It doesn't really matter. You know, it's our tumblers. So, all right, so I'm starting off with this dreamy lavender, and I also am using this vintage blush, but I actually ended up having an issue with my vintage blush. It was not spraying correctly. Now, I did end up just kind of spraying it anyways. It still gave kind of like a really cool splatter effect on this first tumbler. So I ended up just ditching that and just going with the dreamy lavender to be able to do the burst of colors just right on the images itself. But I didn't want to cover up too much of that glitter. I just wanted the spray paint right on the image, right on the decal that we did, or I did. There we go. I just wanted the burst of color right on the image, not too much out into the glitter. And of course, I'm going to take each one and I'm going to do a little bit of that splatter look as well, where I hold the nozzle down just a little bit, just till it starts to split and spit and sputter. There we go. Out of the can, and just kind of run that over where the images are, just to kind of give it more of a look to kind of match everything. I just really like that distressed look. But I'm going to do that over all 4 tumblers that I did. I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to start peeling back those decals. I almost forget, before I peel back the decals, I don't know why I almost forget this step. I'm going to take my rubbing alcohol, and I'm going to just take a paper towel here, and I'm just going to clean up any overspray right off that splatter look, because I just want to keep the main splatters. Now, the bigger things will stay, but it's all that little mist that happens around it that will completely rub away, making it look nice and clean and tidy. I'm going to hold it up here for you guys in a second so you see better. See, it just keeps all those bigger splatters rather than the little microscopic overspray. So now I'm going to peel off my decals, and I'm actually going to move right on to going ahead and adding my other decal and all the little bows that are going to go onto it as well. I'm not too worried about my vinyl not sticking. I've done this long enough. Like, I know when it won't and when it will, and I felt pretty confident that everything will stick down pretty well. So these are the main decals I'm going to put on the front, and then I'm actually going to have the kids pick out all their own color bows, and that'll kind of be the difference of each one of our tumblers. Each one will look just a little bit different with the bows that are on the Mickey has themselves, so that way we kind of know whose is whose, you know, because right now they're all the same. So now I was going for kind of a monochromatic look. So I have like the rosy colored glitter, and then the lavender spray, or the spray paint that I use, the lavender, it actually is kind of almost looks similar to it, because that is actually an offset of rose gold as you apply lavender into it to kind of give it that rosy color. So I kind of was going for that, like that monochromatic look. So now after all my little castles are applied, everybody got to choose, you see their little fingers in there, everybody got to choose their own colored bows. Delilah picked this kind of opal holographic here. Molly picked the textured gold vinyl. I picked, what did I pick? A holographic gold, and Sadie chose a rainbow color. So I'm going to go ahead and apply all their little Mickey bows on there, or mini bows. There we go. They're Minnie Mouse bows when they're like this, right? So I'm going to go ahead and apply all those, and they did help. Delilah's helping me put hers on. They really wanted help. This was just a really fun thing to kind of just spend some time with the family, be excited, get ready for our trip. You know, it's just something we've been thinking about for a year now. You know what I mean? So I'm really excited. All right, so this vinyl right here, I wanted to slow it down and I wanted to show you guys because this vinyl actually came from the dollar store. Yes, this is a rainbow vinyl from the dollar store. Now, it's kind of weird because it doesn't quite feel like vinyl. It almost feels papery in a way. It reminds me of the Hobby Lobby, their vinyl. I forgot what it's called, but it almost feels like paper. It kind of has that, and I think that's the name of it, paper craft. I don't know. Anyways, you guys know, but it kind of feels like that, but it's really pretty and it actually cut really well. I just cut it on regular vinyl setting. It came up really well and it went under epoxy really well. So I'm very impressed with the dollarish tree vinyl, and it is very cute. So I wanted to try a different epoxy today. I'm actually trying Mr. Nolas Speed Epoxy. I've heard really great things about it, and I really wanted to give it a try. They say that you can pretty much touch it after 2 hours and pretty much be able to handle it after like 3 or 4. And I'm just curious, you know, does that work? So I'm actually giving that a try today. I seen how you use it. I pretty much how I apply my epoxy anyways. You got to stir it up really good, whip it real good, and then rub it in really good to your tumblers. So that's exactly what I did with my tumblers today. Now into my epoxy, I applied some opal ears and some of my sparkle dust and silver just to kind of go over it and kind of give it a little bit more. And this was the coating that I did with my Speed Dry Epoxy. And it is beautiful so far. It's really thick, so I don't think I'm going to need another coat of epoxy over top of this. Like, it covered everything so well. I'm so happy with how it looks so far. And I actually even did Jeff's tumbler. I finished that up with it as well, which isn't going to be shown here, but I'm pretty pleased so far. But I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys my clock here in a second. I think it was 9:20. Once I got done applying everything. I know, look at my clock, isn't that cute? And then we'll check back in an hour. But I wanted to show you guys this here right now. So I want to do a tutorial on this, but yeah, I didn't know how to attach it to my turner. So
it's got to go on the turner, obviously.
Yeah.
It has this tiny,
very tiny
little opening, obviously, you know. That's not gonna fit.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna fit.
And there's no, like I mean, it fits inside of the PVC, so there's no good way. So what we did yesterday, and this is kind of funny, I'm walking through Lowe's yesterday with my flask.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to find something that would fit down in there, and you know, I guess I could have just measured it, but better to just take it to the store and see what fits before you buy. So what I found was this dowel rod, and it fits absolutely perfect in there. It's just a tad bit loose, but I think what we're going to do is we're just going to tape, because we want to tape off these threads anyways. So we'll tape it on there. But then we're left with, how do we attach that to the turner? So what I came up with, and I think it's going to work, this will fit inside of the PVC, but there's too much. So I found this adapter that will fit on our PVC like that, and then this will fit inside of there, and it is kind of loose. I think we're just going to wrap some tape around there. I thought about designing something on the 3D printer that would fit inside of there.
How would everybody else be able to do that, though?
Well, yeah, not only that, but this is for one project. I guess if you decide to do more of those, then maybe we'll do something a little bit more permanent. But yeah, I think this is going to be a good solution.
I think so too. And
so I know a lot of people have asked, and you haven't really done flasks, so here's the potential answer.
Yeah, but I mean, this will be coming soon. Obviously not this week, but that tutorial will be coming, and I'll kind of go more in depth on how I'm going to put together the wand. But it was just really fun going into Lowe's with a flask and then the kids wanting to carry the flask. And I'm like, no, can't
well, not just any flask. I had my rhinestone lid flask.
Yeah. And
I'm sure people really wonder about me sometimes. But
if they knew you, they wouldn't know, you know.
They wouldn't think anything?
Yeah, they wouldn't think anything of it.
Wow, thanks.
You're welcome. All right, well, Jeff just wanted to show you guys that, but that tutorial is coming in the next couple weeks, so, because I already have stuff lined up for this week, so.
All right.
Thanks. All right, it's been a little bit after an hour, and I wanted to check on my tumblers. Now, I went to go touch it. It made that squeak sound that I like, and it's only been an hour. Now, I could have went ahead and taken them off now, but I decided not to. I decided just to leave them on. I'm going to let them spin for the full 2 hours, and then we'll kind of go from there. But so far, I'm pretty pleased with how quick it's already. I could pretty much take those off and put some more tumblers on. All right, so I'm actually going to go ahead and bottle up that glitter that I showed you guys from last week. I don't really do too much of this. I don't really show this side of what I do. I don't know why. I don't really know why I don't show this too much. You know, I've always said to you guys, we are our own worst critics, and I'm not any different from you guys. I constantly critique myself, and I don't know why I feel like ashamed to show off the things that I do. I mean, this is another side of me, of things that I do, and I don't know why I should feel any different than, you know, showing you guys. I don't know. Anyways. But I'm going to go ahead and bottle up some of this glitter that I showed you guys, and this will be available probably by the end of the week this week. I want to go ahead and launch it with my Chaos Box colors, which I'll be launching as well, because I didn't want to have everybody kind of pay separate shipping if they wanted to purchase that along with my Chaos Box colors from this month. So I just want to release it all at the same time. But this is a long process. You know, you have to fill it up or mix the glitter. You have to put the glitters together, you know. You have to mix it up. Is it okay? Do you like it? Does it look all right? Yes. If so, then move forward with it. You fill up your bin. As soon as you're done filling up all your little containers, you got to, you know, clean everything out. You got to label everything. You got to take photos of everything, put descriptions out there, promote it. I mean, you guys know having your own business is a lot of work. Is it worth it? Absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way. I know that. But I'm just so thankful and grateful for every single one of you that purchase from me and watch me and all that. Like, I know I said it at the beginning, and I know I say it all the time, but I already told you guys, I will never stop saying it. I am eternally grateful for every single one of you. Like Teresa said in that beautiful letter that she wrote to me, a lot of people just use this hobby as a coping mechanism to kind of help out with stress, you know. So not everybody has a small business to sell from. A lot of people just do this to relieve their stress and relieve anxieties and stuff like that. And I'm just so grateful to be able to kind of help that with you guys and for you guys to follow along and us to kind of relax together. I haven't said this in a while either, but I am crafting in my pajamas constantly. If I'm not in my pajamas, I don't, you know, I'm not comfortable. So I am constantly crafting my pajamas. I am running my business in my pajamas. So, but I want you guys to know that the feelings that you have inside, you're not alone. I have those feelings too. I have moments of time where I just feel unworthy, but you know what? Again, we are our own worst critics and we are worthy. We got this. I know if I got this, you got this. We're going to do this together. All right, so it's been 2 hours, a little over 2 hours, and these tumblers, I can touch them. I don't feel like my fingerprints are going to be left on them. Like, they're ready to come off. Now, I'm actually going to go ahead and set those off to the side. I'm going to let them cure for another hour just to really make sure because, you know, that's just who I am. But I'm going to let those sit for another hour. And guess what? I'm about to show you. Bam. I was able to take these photos within three-ish hours. Like, that's crazy. I'm so impressed with that epoxy. I really am. And you guys know I love Alumilite. You know I do. I've been using Alumilite since I first started 4 years ago. They've never done me wrong. But this epoxy, you guys might want to give it a try. All right, these tumblers are ready for our trip. I'm excited. The kids are excited. And we are going to have some Jeff's tumbler. It really cracks me up. I'm sorry. And I bought these cute little bows. Look at those cute little bows. I'll put those down in the description box below where I bought those as well. But I thought they would just go perfect on our tumblers too. All right, so those tumblers are all done. I'm really excited with how they turned out. The girls absolutely love them. I'm so happy that they kind of were able to help me as well and pick out their own colors and kind of be a part of it. We're just really excited and can't wait for this trip, so. Now again, that glitter is going to be I'm going to go ahead and launch it when I launch my Chaos Box colors, my individual Chaos Box colors for this month. So that'll be towards the end of the week. So that glitter will be available too. And if you guys end up liking it, I'll make sure to bring it back full time. Okay. All right. But I hope that you guys have an amazing rest of your day, an amazing rest of your week, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.